put the salt in yet into the onions, or we didn't?
I did not. I did not put the salt in yet. So because I started the recording late, I'm gonna go back a little. I'm Galit, Shalom. I'm the Shlicha from the Center for Israel at the Jacobson JCC. We're making shakshuka today, and we have onions already and garlic cut into my pot that you could see under the RCFI director camera. And soon we're gonna use our diced tomatoes. I already opened the can, and a little bit of tomato paste. If you have fresh tomatoes, that's amazing and great. With the onions, I put a little bit of olive oil on the pot. I'm not putting any else like seasoning over it yet. That's gonna come up later. So now that I could see that my onions are getting a great color, I'm gonna put in my diced tomato. I have to say that if you like hot pepper, that's a great opportunity to add it here with the onions. If you want a hot pepper to chop it a little bit or put it in a big chunk, that's amazing. So I'm gonna take my diced tomatoes and I'm gonna just chug them into my pan. Okay.
And if you have tomato sauce, tomato paste, do you put that in now?
So no, I'm not putting the tomato paste yet.
Okay.
If you have only tomato paste, you could put it now, but just add a lot of water to it. Okay, just add like, let's say twice of the amount of the tomato paste as the water.
Now or not now? The tomato.
Are you doing only tomato paste?
I have tomato sauce, which is better.
So yeah, so put the tomato sauce in now. That's perfect.
Okay.
If you put the tomato sauce now instead of the diced tomato, that's also perfect.
And how much?
So I put a full can. I think one can is probably enough for like a 2 people portion.
Can you say,
so I probably, yeah, I see that. I think you could probably put like half of the amount of that would be great.
Here's a big jar. Half of this?
Yeah, I think half of it will be great. And then add a little bit of water to it.
Okay, I will.
So now on a medium flame, I'm starting to cook it a little bit. Okay, so it gets a nice rest. And that's the time when I'm starting putting in my seasoning. Okay, so I'm gonna put in paprika. Okay.
How much?
I'm gonna do about, let's say, half a spoon. Okay. But as you say, my dad is Moroccan and he would say lefi ayn. It's like by the eye. So that's like you kind of guess. I'll put in some black pepper as well. Also, black pepper, you could definitely put more. I'm not a big fan of black pepper, but you could definitely put as much as you like to. And salt. Okay, and I'm gonna keep mixing it. I'm gonna lower the flame now because I see it's already kind of boiling, and I'm gonna let it rest for a little bit.
I'm sorry again, I'm being a bad listener. I have to walk away and answer the phone. How much paprika?
It's all right.
I missed the seasonings. We have our paprika or salt, pepper, and I missed how much.
Yeah, so paprika, I said I would put like kind of a half a spoon or a spoon. If it's like a big portion, and pepper also about half a spoon, and salt as well. I would say not go crazy about the seasoning now because you can always add it later. Okay, so just put a little bit. In the meantime, when it's all resting and I lowered the flame down, I'm opening my tomato paste. And I'm gonna really take only like 2 spoons out of it. You could definitely take out more if you like so. I also like keeping the cans. What I'm gonna do is a nice trick just to get all of the flavor. I'm gonna use the diced tomato can I have from before. I'm gonna put, let's say 2 scoops of the tomato paste inside. You can also just throw it into the pan. It's not a big deal, but I like just to put a little bit of water in it to kind of make it not as thick, so I could pour it into my pot when it's all more liquidy. So I'm gonna mix my paste. I'm gonna show it to you on the other camera. You can see it. I'm gonna mix my paste together with a little bit of water. So this kind of becomes another sauce, and we're using the little bits of the sauce we had from our other can,
Yeah.
which is great. And I'm gonna add this to my pot as
What is
well.
that?
So that's the tomato paste with a little bit of water. Okay, and I'm gonna put my flame back to like medium flame just to make it boil again and to let the tomatoes cook more. And you can see now that it's really becoming a sauce with our tomatoes.
Yeah.
So for now, we're just gonna let it rest for, let's say, about
on the heat.
5 to 7 minutes.
Are you resting it
And-
on the heat with the heat on or off?
On, yeah.
Okay, so and you're covering it.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
So now after we cover it, we're gonna wait about 5 to 7 minutes. So if you have any questions for now, I could answer them. If you need time to catch up, you could catch up.
On the medium or on low?
I'm gonna put medium until it like boils and then put it on low. Just keep an eye on it to see that it's not like burning or something.
Okay, gotcha.
I have a question. If you were using small cherry tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, would you cook it a little longer than from the canned tomatoes?
Yes, definitely, definitely. The reason I'm using now canned tomato just because it's easier to work on with the session, but with tomatoes, if I use fresh tomatoes, I usually cut them to big chunks and let them sit in the pot for a while, and they really create an amazing sauce, and then you don't have to use all those added sugars from all the cans that are not good for you. But if one day you will be stuck with not an option to go to the supermarket to get fresh vegetables, that's definitely a good solution and not as bad.
It's boiling. You want it boiling.
Yes, I want it boiling. You can see my pot now that it's really like have nice bubbles all around.
Tomato sauce.
Yeah, 1 second.
Kind of getting all the flavor to mix in together. And after this part, we're gonna do the tasting part to see that we like our sauce. So you can, in the meantime, grab a little spoon. No double dipping in coronavirus days. So make sure we take a little taste in a few minutes and wash off our spoon so we don't have to reuse it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
From the
gonna
pepper, put some pepper in.
grab a little fork or a spoon just to taste. First of all, you can see how amazing this is bubbling. I'm gonna lower the flame now because it's really hot right now. Now I'm just gonna take a little taste to see if I like the flavors of it. I definitely could use more paprika and more salt, but that's for your
Put more tomato in here.
flavor. You could add more tomato paste if you want like a sweeter flavor for it.
Oh, I'm spicy.
I like using I have like garlic salt powder, which is kind of nice because it gives it a different flavor than just salt. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that. You could definitely use just garlic powder and a little bit of salt, and it's probably the same effect.
There's something.
And now I'm gonna.
We put some jalapeno in ours. We're making a Caribbean version.
Oh, very nice. That's my favorite. But my roommate doesn't like spicy food, so I don't make it jalapeno, and then I can't eat it all by myself. So we're gonna let it rest. I believe that when you put the seasoning in, it takes like a few more minutes till the flavors really kick in.
I don't know.
So that's
Never made it.
definitely your time to make any adjustments you need. If you need more tomato paste, if it's not liquidy enough, you could tell how liquidy it is by like if I open it up, but in my pot, if you see what I'm doing with my spoon, then touch it, you know, it connects slowly. So if it's too liquidy, you could take off the cover and let the liquid come up. If it's too thick, you could add a little bit of water. That's definitely okay.
They put that in.
And that's pretty much it. So when our sauce is now ready, and how amazing that it was so quick and so fast. I love it. We're gonna put the eggs, which is the dirty more part and the yuckiest more part. So I'm gonna explain how I do it, my favorite way, and then you can do it yourself. So I take a spoon and kind of put a little, like kind of,
Well,
how do you
Well.
Well, all right.
the air.
Perfect.
A well.
So I make a little well in my pot, and then I throw the egg right in because it's get most of the heat from the pan. So I try every time to make a little well, put an egg in, and continue off of it. So you could definitely crack your egg into a little cup and then throw it. So how many eggs? That's an amazing question. It depends how hungry you are, and depends how many people are having lunch together. So I usually do the count of like 2 eggs per person. I would say about 2 eggs per person. If you eat less, do less. If you do eat more, you can do more. It depends how big your pot is. You can definitely do more and have leftovers. So I'm gonna crack my eggs into
1 egg at a time.
Yes, I'm gonna do 1 egg at a time. Try not to break the yolk, the yellow part. Okay.
There's no recipe.
So
Start putting it in.
yeah, so I'm gonna make a little well, as we said, right?
Well, the air,
Right,
the air.
a well.
Mhm.
And then I put the egg in, kind of keep it attached together. And that's our number 1. I'm gonna crack my second egg. Make a well, that would be my number 2.
Over low heat.
Yes, low heat. Sorry if I didn't mention that before. I'm gonna do egg number 3.
So
The families.
What time did you say?
I need more glass pepper in here. Gotcha. Want some roasted red pepper?
And gonna do another egg just to have some leftovers. And
Where's he going?
This will make it good. All right.
Oh, okay. That's have to do it. I'll take my time.
What?
so now that I have my 5 eggs in, I'm gonna keep it on low heat, and I'm just gonna cover my pan. If you want to make it more special, more like exciting, if I'm like halfway through that the eggs are cooked, you can definitely put some cheese over it, goat cheese, fresh basil, oregano, anything you like, and just to top it up, to just make it nice. I'm gonna do it as just plain and regular, but this is definitely something you could do extras as you get more experience with your shakshuka, or you could do it right away, which is totally fine. And we're gonna let it rest. I would say about 10 minutes if you like your eggs a little bit runny, and I would say up to 10 minutes if you really want to make them well done.
You turn the heat off?
So no, it's on low heat. Okay, it's on low flame. You're gonna keep it on it. it still has to cook. You could definitely also like
Well, okay.
get the flame a little bit higher if you feel that your pot isn't that hot.
Right.
And if the things aren't, if your sauce isn't like boiling anymore, so you could definitely reheat it on like a medium flame, especially if it's still very liquidy. But yeah, a low flame is totally fine. Take the time as much as it takes. I don't know. That's the magic. Every shakshuka, I feel that comes out so different than the other one. We'll see. We'll see how it comes out.
You want the
I'm waiting to see if you want to move your cameras and show me your shakshukas so far, how they look, how your pot looks. I would love to see that.
Hold on. Ready? Talia, go ahead. That's the lid. I don't even know how we.
Oh, wow. This looks amazing.
I used a huge can of tomatoes, so I transferred a smaller amount to a smaller pan.
Amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
Okay, I'm finishing. Okay, go start. I'm finishing something with Sarai.
Can you see?
All right.
I knew it.
don't cut the.
Oh, Jackie, yours looks great. Looks amazing.
I'm so excited.
Looks amazing. Good for you all.
This is so cool.
At what point?
Amy, Margie, Marilyn, I hope yours looks nice also, because I can't really see your faces now. So I hope it looks nice. I'm just curious now, as we wait, maybe we could chat a little. Are you, I don't think you're all JCC members, right? You're not all from the Jacobson JCC.
How are you getting on the site?
I'm sorry?
How are you getting on the site? Because I would have my granddaughter do this. I know how to get her on the site. How do you do that? If you're not a member, how do you get on?
Well, we sent out the link out to the community for whoever wants to join.
They could have done, oh my God, they could have done this. Okay, next time.
Well, next time.
Next time,
Definitely
you put
next time.
something else?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Hi, Galit. I'm in
Hi.
your conversation, Hebrew conversation class.
Right.
I'm just watching. I'll do this later. But I'm not a member of the Jacobson JCC.
Right.
I'm a member of another JCC, and I'm just attending your class. And
greenery, greens.
Perfect. Perfect. You're totally welcome. Of course. Of course.
Right, and I'm in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
I'm involved with the Shinshinim program here, and so I get the emails, the advertisements. I think
From the Jewish agency?
from the Jewish agency. I think Fred has sent.
Amazing. Amazing.
And
Welcome.
there's
I'm
another
happy to
woman
have
on
you.
before, on too. So glad to be here with you.
Amazing.
Let me ask you a quick cooking question. When would you
Yes.
when would you put the cheese on? Like halfway through the cooking process?
So I would say, yes, I would say now you could see I'll open up my shakshuka now, and you can see already like the white of the eggs is starting to be ready.
Okay.
So that's definitely the time that I would cover the eggs with cheese.
Okay.
I would cover the eggs and not the sauce, just so it actually like layers up. If you like your eggs running, so maybe that's a time that you could maybe stop the cooking, or definitely lower down the flame so we don't burn up our shakshuka, because that would be very, very sad.
It would. It's looking good.
Yeah.
Galit, I have a question.
Yes. Yes.
Is it personal taste, or would you say that there's a general way that inside the yolk it should be a little runny or not runny at all?
That's a really good question. I don't like it runny at all. I mean, I like runny eggs in some ways, but in shakshuka, I like my eggs really well done. But it's a very personal taste, I guess. You could try sometimes if you make a pot for people who like them. Some people like them runny and some people like them overcooked. So I would split it up. I would put half of it in the beginning and then wait a few minutes and then add the eggs. So this way you have from some of your family they're runny and some are well done and cooked. So that's definitely fine.
I have another question. I once
Yes.
saw shakshuka made not with eggs, but with fish. Like it looked like a filter fish, but it wasn't. It was just fish shakshuka in the sauce the same way. Is that something
So
odd? Or,
that's interesting.
It was probably, I'm going to guess it was probably tilapia because that's the fish they have in Israel.
well, it was probably. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but it could be any fish that you grind up, make into little balls, and then
That's
make
really
it
interesting that you're saying because my dad makes it frequently at home. It's like kind of fish patties. It's like a filter fish, but no. Moroccans will get really, really offended if we call
Yes.
kadure, if we call their fish balls as gefilte fish.
Yes.
But we do also the chraime and the Moroccan fish. We also make in like a little tomato sauce with like a little bit of carrots. Maybe we could do a session of chraime one day so I could teach you, but it's kind of similar to shakshuka, I guess.
What word are you?
In the way of
What word are
cooking.
you saying? Chraime?
Chraime.
And that
Yeah.
means fish balls.
It's like the name of the dish.
Oh.
No, but like fish balls, it's like you kind of make it chraime like the kind of the sauce that you make with the fish. So you could put tilapia there, or you can make the fish balls there. So
Thank you.
yeah,
So let me,
fish patties, I guess, is more the right way to say
can
it.
I ask a question?
Yes, definitely.
Can you do like some kind of fancy, like hummus with lemon or something? Can you do that next time?
Sure. Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Garbanzo beans because of the stupid, that's all I have are canned vegetables.
Okay, amazing. So yes, we'll do. We actually have an amazing video that the Shinshini made, the Long Island Shinshini made. They are back in Israel and they did quarantine together. And they made an amazing hummus video. So if you would like to put here on your chat your emails, I can definitely email that to you, especially any new participants that I don't have your emails yet. So I would love to have it just for me to have. Maybe I'll, okay.
I don't know how to do
So you
that.
could write it on the
Oh, I
chat.
got you.
All the other kids are just quiet.
So Saria, I think I saw your shakshuka before, right? Could it be? Can we see it again?
Who?
Saria?
Oh, Soraya, show her.
Soraya.
This is Soraya. Yeah.
Sorry. Soraya. Oh, looks good with a little bit of green pepper. That's amazing.
Good,
Looks amazing.
good job, Soraya.
Amazing. Another version sometimes people do, it reminds me because of the green you put in the green peppers. Some people put a little bit of pesto in it. So you can maybe put like pesto drops on top, like in the same cheese trick I said, or make it really as pesto sauce in it. That's also interesting. There's a lot of crazy shakshuka versions. So you can get really super creative with it.
What does the word shakshuka mean?
Wow, that's a really, really good question, Sandy. A really good question.
Somebody.
So I guess, yeah, you could definitely Google it. But I think that, I mean, for now, first thinking, shakshuka is kind of maybe like leshakshek in Hebrew, which is like shake. It's kind of funny, but it's like shake something, so leshakshek. So I'm guessing that it's kind of the mixer of like we're meshakshekim, we're mixing everything up. I'm guessing, but that's a good one. I'll write it in my head to check it for next time.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think my shakshuka is definitely ready.
Galit, I will add that shakshuka comes from the word, from the Arabic language, and it means mixture in Arabic.
Oh,
so that's the origin of the word.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Freda.
Thank
Toda,
you.
Freda. So it looks like my shakshuka is ready. I'm going to turn it off just to let it rest and cool down. I could still keep it covered, but you could definitely look at how it looks when it's all ready. It doesn't look so pretty all the time. I don't get beautiful shakshukas, but I guess if you like kind of spread the eggs, maybe it will look nicer. I don't know. But if you put cheese on top, it makes it nicer. So I'm just gonna let it cool down.
Would you think mozzarella cheese would be good on it?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Mozzarella cheese is amazing with it. Definitely. So I'll be happy to see your shakshukas.
Alexa, stop.
And I'll say now that thank you very, very much for joining. If you have any more questions, more debate, just want to show off your shakshuka when it's ready, I'm willing to stay and look at it.
There's
but thank you so much
Talia,
for
looks
joining.
good.
Doesn't it look good?
Yeah, Barbara, that looks good.
Should we turn it off?
Okay, go ahead.
Nice.
It is really good. All right, just let it rest. I'm sorry.
Mine's not ready yet.
Okay.
It's all right. Take your time. Take your time. And also, the best way to eat shakshuka is with challah. So maybe if you can make it like after Shabbat with leftover challah, or like on Saturday morning, I think it's the best.
Well,
the best with a lot of bread. Like dip it with the sauce. Amazing.
All I have is right now is matzah, so I'm gonna make it with matzah now.
Perfect. Works well for Passover. It's a perfect Passover dish.
I'm going to go over it right now.
Lovely. And perfect timing. This is our lunch.
Yes, that's the whole idea. Perfect.
Galit, where can we find when you finish this and other recordings? Is there a way to find the recordings of some other things?
So yes, so as I said, if you write me down on the chat here your email, I'll be very, very happy to share it with you. I can share with you any other dishes that other shlichim made, the hummus that the shinshini made, and also this recording of the session, so you could go back and remind yourself what we did and what we talked about. And yes, definitely. Please write me your emails.
Can this particular video be shared with my daughter?
Yes, definitely. I'll share it to you. And yes.
How? She has Zoom, so she just has to go to what?
No, I'm gonna send you a video so you'll see.
Okay, terrific. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, this is terrific. Thank you so much. Appreciate this.
Thank you, Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining. This was
Thank you.
Stay safe. Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy your lunch.
Thank you
Enjoy.
so much.
Bye bye. להתראות. להתראות.
Galit.
Well, I did it.
You. Perfect.
All right, so he still has